a second here. No, I can see what you can see on your laptop. What I'm not able to do, and I appreciate that we're doing this now. Thanks for the suggestion. Not yet. It should have worked.
Good morning, everybody. Coming in late, but if we're here, everybody gather around. We're going to talk today.
Brittany, something's going on here. Something's going on between sign-up and the HDTV. There we go. Yeah. We're probably going to have to reboot that, aren't we? Yeah. Folks, I apologize. This is going to take 5 minutes. Through no fault of yours. If you're wondering what I'm looking at the reflection of the HD TV. Oh, unplug it. Yeah. I apologize. Can we go off the record, please?
Hey, y'all. Can y'all hear me good? Is the sound okay? Today on the breaks, I'm going to talk to y'all about the book that Kouri wrote. I've been trying to get my brain right with this whole thing. And it's something to remember that victims aren't perfect either. And so this person is trying to dig, at the reputation of Eric in order to make herself look better. Because Eric, was on drugs, so they're trying to make him. But nobody deserves to die. Certainly he did not deserve to die. And if Kouri Richins did it, she deserves what the justice system gives her. So yesterday I was sort of finding fault with the victim's sister. That is no way for me to do. But then I kept thinking, these people are not perfect either, and I wouldn't have them to be my best friend or anything. Of course I wouldn't. But certainly killing somebody is just terrible. And Kouri shows no remorse. That's the thing. If I didn't do it, I would be bawling every time somebody talked about this stuff. Maybe she's all bawled out. I don't know. Anyway, so we're waiting for Mr. Judge to get his stuff together. And I'm watching the thing to see, make sure that we don't miss anything. So how did everybody do last night? Were you able to rest after this? Did you see some interesting reviews of this? What was the biggest thing you learned yesterday? Put that in the chat. What's the biggest thing that we learned yesterday? Kouri looks like a little girl, don't she? So I don't know what I missed before this, but certainly they didn't. I wonder if I could. Yeah. Yes, everybody hit the like button. If you can, it would really help us out. And also, if you know somebody that's interested in this trial, call them, send them a text, send them a link so they can join us. The more the barrier. And also, we learn more from each other. Also, people were talking about Kouri's mother, Lisa Darden. And I want to say this happened in 2006, I think, but I'm not real sure about that. But her significant other, partner, what did it call it? Her partner, that it's alleged that Lisa Darden killed her partner by poisoning him. And so she was never arrested. So this is all gossipy talk, allegedly. And I'm not sure. I don't know. But Kouri's mother was sitting on the couch in those the police camera. The cam video. Her mother was sitting on the couch. Okay, here we go.
Good morning. Welcome back. Feel free to have a seat as you come in. Please have a seat. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on the record. We will begin this morning with completion of cross-examination of Deputy Wynn. We can invite Deputy Wynn into the courtroom, please. Deputy, let's get you sworn back in. If you'd step in front of Brittany, please.
Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in the matter before the court to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, subject to the pains and penalties of perjury? Thank you. Have a seat.
Mr. Ramos, please proceed.
Thank you, Judge. Good morning. I have 6 post-it notes here of just topics I want to talk about. Won't take up too much time. And I do want to be fair to you. I do have 2 things I want you to look at that I think will refresh your recollection in terms of timing. Okay?
Okay.
And this is in terms of when you arrived and when you left. So I've highlighted them for you. Have this. I don't think you need that. You know the codes. So take a look at those and let me know if you recognize them.
Yes.
Okay. Now, having reviewed those, would those documents give you an idea of when you arrived at the Willow Creek home, as well as when you left?
Yes.
Okay. And would it also refresh your recollection to know who was there while you were there?
Yes.
And seeing those, can you tell me approximately how long you were there, as well, how long you were there along with Detective Woody?
I arrived at 3:40, and it looks like. Can I refer to this?
Of course. Yeah.
Okay. Looks like I dispatched out of the residence and en route to the station around 5:49.
Okay. And then if you look at the crime scene log, and you see the time in, the time out columns,
Okay.
and go down to your name,
Yes.
and then it's followed by Detective Woody, right?
Yes.
Now, when do you leave? I'm sorry. When does Detective Woody arrive?
Looks like she arrived at 5:17 per the crime scene log.
And then what about you? What time did you leave?
I left at, says here, 5:41.
Now, and you gave us another number just now. It was 5:49, right? That was based on the dispatch log, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And so there's about an 8-minute discrepancy, right?
Yes.
Now, that is simply you leaving the actual residence and then walking to your car, maybe doing some things in your car, getting ready to leave. And then when you're formally leaving, that's when you dispatch 5:49, right?
Yes.
So there's specific numbers, but there's things in between, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, the reason I want to bring that up is obviously it's important to know who was there, how long you were there. Approximately 24 minutes between yourself and Detective Woody that you guys were at the crime scene together, correct?
Yes. Possibly. Yes.
Well, she checked in at, what do you mean possibly? She checked in.
Because these numbers depends on who does the crime scene log. If they log me out, let's just say their watch at a certain time, that's their time logging me out.
Okay, so
I'm not right. Not actually writing the time I check out
okay, so who
on the
did
crime
that?
scene log.
Who did that?
I'm assuming Deputy Orgel.
Deputy Orgel.
Orgel.
Now, you have no reason to think that Deputy Orgel's watch would be 10 minutes off.
I can't.
Okay. But we can tell that more or less 5:41, 5:49, it's around that time.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Okay. So let's give it 15 minutes instead of the 24, based on the crime scene log. You were with Detective Woody for about 15 minutes, correct?
Possibly, yes.
You were in the same residence, in the same vicinity.
Yes.
Okay. I'm not saying you're, linked arms with her, right? You were just there at the crime scene.
Yes.
Okay. According to the crime scene log.
Yes.
Okay. So, just like you explained now, things could be off, right? Watch what you remember, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, we all watched the video yesterday, and there was a portion in that video where you informed Officer DiVotello, kind of the information you're gathering. We talked about that a lot yesterday. Okay?
Yes.
So I want to direct your attention there.
Okay.
I don't expect you to remember exactly what happened. The state has presented a transcript. Okay, so I'm going to provide this to you. Okay.
Okay.
And I want you to review this area that I am circling. Okay, just to refresh your recollection. Okay.
Okay.
All right. This area right here.
Can I grab it?
Yeah, yeah.
Thanks.
Tell me where you're looking.
Oh, I'm sorry. It is page 14 on the top right corner. Okay. Does that refresh your recollection?
Yes.
Okay. So tell us what you told Officer DeBotello at that point? Doesn't have to be exact, just give me an idea.
So I advised him that, gave him a little brief of what I gathered, and what Miss Kouri Richins stated was, and I said that from approximately 9:30, she went to bed, and then approximately 3 o'clock, she went back into bed with Mr. Richins, at which time he was cold and heavy.
Perfect. Now, I'm going to provide this back to you, and I'm going to be looking at the last line of page 9 and then the first paragraph of page 10. Okay. So it starts here, this line right here, and then move on to the first paragraph of this page, okay?
Okay.
So you were having this conversation, and I say conversation, I think that's important because this isn't an interview, right?
Your Honor.
Yep.
I just take it from the last judge.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
So, as I was saying, I say conversation because this isn't a formal interview, right?
Correct.
This is going off of the death checklist that you mentioned yesterday.
Correct.
Now, in this conversation, you do get information from Miss Richins, and in the paragraph that you just read, okay? And what did you learn at that point?
Learned the
Yeah.
second paragraph that you showed me,
Correct, the one I just showed you, yes.
that she stated that she placed a blanket on him because she felt that he was cold.
Correct. And then what else?
She turned on the light and realized what he wasn't responsive. Like,
So right now, that's exactly what I want to talk about. He said that he felt cold, and then she turned on the light. Okay. I'm gonna give this back to you.
Okay.
Focus on the time in between. Okay.
are we looking at a minute?
Oh, just this underlined portion. Okay. Just read that to yourself.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So from the time that she felt and got into bed and felt his cold body, she put a blanket on, like you said. And then what did she do?
She turned on the light. She felt that he wasn't breathing, so she turned on the light.
How long?
It says in the statement 1 minute.
For a minute.
For a minute.
Correct. Now, we don't know, just like there are some changes for you as you testified earlier between 541, 549, a minute, right? Like for a minute, it's an expression, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So she gets into bed, she feels her cold husband, and she stays there for a minute. and then she doesn't hear him breathing. Okay, is that right?
Correct.
Or anything?
It says she didn't feel him breathing
Or anything.
or anything.
Now, that's important. That's an important detail. Correct?
Correct.
That information wasn't given to DiBotello a couple minutes later, correct? In what we just read earlier.
Correct.
Okay. Now, I'm getting through these. During this entire conversation that you've had with her, we saw yesterday, and just to reiterate, it was a edited clip, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and we could see on the bottom, the jury can follow along to see how quickly the edits are, okay? But I want to talk about that entire conversation that you had with her, okay? Ms. Richins was emotional, right? Right?
Yes, she was emotional.
And she was upset.
Yes.
And that's common, right? I mean, that's not unexpected for somebody who just lost their husband, right?
Correct.
Okay. Now, would it surprise you if another one of your officers indicated that you thought she was not emotional?
Would it surprise me?
Yeah. Like, would you have made that statement?
No, I don't know Miss Richins, so I don't know how her emotion, as in like, personal when I arrived, what I see, but through the call, then I start putting things together, details of how she acts.
Yeah, those details are important. We've talked about that.
Yes.
Yeah, and just like you said, you saw the video. She was emotional. She was upset, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, let's talk about the death investigation checklist, okay? We talked about yesterday about what you did. Actually, scratch that. I'm going to go to this one. This was presented yesterday in evidence. That's the voluntary statement. You recall that?
Yes.
Okay.
That is a voluntary statement.
Now, you didn't give this to Ms. Richins.
I did not.
Okay. Now, if you look around right before Ms. Richins' written statement, you see there's a line there. I want you to read that line, okay? It's followed by a bold lettering.
Which
You might point it
Yeah.
out for Mr. Reynolds.
So right above the written statement, this line right here.
where it says describe.
Correct. Just read that to yourself.
Okay.
Okay. Now, you didn't do this one, but you've done lots of these voluntary statements, correct?
Yes.
Give them out.
Yes.
Now, the point of a voluntary statement is to get details, correct?
Gather details. Yes.
And now, there are different types of voluntary statements. There are different purposes for voluntary statements, correct?
Correct.
So, for example, perhaps I'm a witness to a car accident. You might give me this voluntary statement, correct?
Correct.
I'm not under suspicion of anything. I'm just a witness, correct?
Correct.
Now, there's other ones where maybe I was the driver and maybe I might be at fault, correct?
Correct.
And you would still say, hey, maybe you want to give me that voluntary statement, correct?
Correct.
Now, in that statement, it indicates that it gives a discretion to the officer, deputy, who is giving this voluntary statement, correct?
And what discretion is it?
The bolded part here that's highlighted.
Okay, yes.
Right. So what I mean by discretion is that it's the deputy who has to provide instruction to whoever it is that he's providing this to. Correct?
Correct.
Because maybe what I think is important is not necessarily important to you. Correct?
Correct.
Now, again, to be fair, you're not the one who provided this to Ms. Richins, correct?
That is correct.
And you don't know what instructions were given to Ms. Richins, correct?
That is correct.
And you don't know if any clarifications were needed or anything, correct?
That is correct.
And as far as you know, this is the only voluntary statement form that Ms. Richins filled out, correct?
Correct.
So, let's talk about the death investigation information checklist. I'm going to hand this to you, okay?
Okay.
Now, when you arrived, you were the third to arrive, correct? Not from EMS, just from Suffolk County Sheriff's Office.
Correct.
Pimentel was there.
Correct.
DeBotello was there.
Correct.
Now, you were in charge of the death investigation checklist.
That is correct.
Okay. And how is that determined?
The initial officer.
Which was who?
It was me.
Okay. And why were you the initial officer, even though you were the third one to arrive?
I was assigned to that zone to take calls in that zone.
Right. So this is your case. Your scene.
Yes.
Okay. So you're the one who gets to direct people on what to do.
Me and the sergeant, yes.
Fair. Now, you've done, I suspect, or you have this death investigation checklist and you go through it, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. Now, I want to direct your attention to the scene response section, and I'll walk you through it. It's right here.
Okay.
Okay. Now, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 6 things I want that are highlighted there that they're in bold, and we're going to go through them in order. Okay?
Okay.
All right. I'm going to start with the first one, which is securing the scene. Correct?
Correct.
Okay. Now, even if it was my first time doing a checklist, a death investigation checklist, I would be able to follow these instructions, correct?
Correct.
All right. Now, part of that securing the scene, which I think we saw you do, was you need to explain to everybody there kind of the purpose, right?
Yes.
And exactly what do you need to do?
It says find a comfortable location outside.
Let's go back to the first sentence there.
Kindly explain to the family that the scene needs to be vacated until the scene is processed.
Okay. Vacated, right?
You want me to continue?
No, vacated, correct?
Correct.
And you know what vacated means?
Yes.
Okay. Now, the following is what is your duty in order to vacate a scene? What do you have to do?
Remove people from the residence.
From the residents, right?
Correct.
Okay. And it actually gives you examples of where you can go, right?
Correct.
Such as a comfortable location outside, right?
Yes.
Another family or member or friend's house, correct?
Correct.
Okay. That wasn't done here.
Mr. Ramos, in fairness, it's unclear when you're asking a question.
That wasn't done here, correct?
Correct.
Now, then you have to use a crime scene log, correct?
Correct.
And that's what we just read, right? Just a little bit ago, the sheet that I gave you,
Correct.
correct? Okay. Then you have to photograph the scene. All right. I want to talk about this specifically. When do you need to photograph the scene? After what?
After an investigation is started,
No, read it right there. Photograph the scene after what?
first picture should be
No, before that.
Oh. Use a crime scene log to document who comes and goes. Photograph the scene after it is secured.
After it's secure. Now, let's talk about the first picture. We haven't seen any photographs come in from you, so I'm just asking you. The first photograph that you took, what does it tell you to do?
You should place a placard with the case information.
And did you do that here?
I did not.
Okay. Now, I'll skip to the last one, the medication log. We talked about that. You assigned that to, I believe it was Mr. Pimentel, correct?
Correct.
Okay. So let's move to the second to last. What does it say that you're not supposed to do?
Can you clarify?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me walk up there. Starting right here.
Do not disturb the scene unless discussed with both investigations and OME.
Okay. Now, that's very important. You would agree.
Yes.
Now, we kind of saw some of it in the video. The jury can go back when it goes back to them and look at it for themselves. But you went around the scene. I'll back up. The scene wasn't secure, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And then yourself and your two deputies or officers that were with you went around the main floor of the house, mainly the area where Mr. Richins was, and the bathroom, correct?
Correct.
And you moved things around, correct?
Correct.
And you were finding things, correct?
Correct.
And when you took photographs, you didn't put on the photographs or in your report what you moved, correct?
What I photographed?
Yeah.
Yeah, what I photographed? Correct.
The scene that you photographed was an unsecured scene, correct?
I would say semi-secured.
Okay. Go back to that whole scene response paragraph that we just read, okay, that we just walked through. Can you find semi-secured for me?
No, it's not it.
Okay. I have an apology and a thank you for you. Apologize for putting you on the spot. As you know, this is my job, so I appreciate your time. I have no further questions for you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Ms. Shermanek, redirect within the scope of press.
Yes.
Did I leave something up there? Go. Thank you.
Mhm.
Good morning, Deputy Wynn.
Good morning.
A few follow-up questions for you. I want to discuss with you chain of command within the sheriff's office.
Yes.
You testified that you were a patrol deputy that night,
Correct.
and within the chain of command, above a patrol deputy is a patrol sergeant.
Correct.
Above that is a lieutenant.
Correct.
Above that is a captain.
Correct.
And also within there, other assignments include investigators or detectives.
Correct.
None of those were your role that night.
No, it was not.
It was not your responsibility to tell other officers what to do.
Correct.
It was your responsibility to fill out that death checklist.
Correct.
We saw you do that on the body camera video. That's what you were filling out, right?
Yes.
When you were asking Ms. Richins those questions.
Yes.
And after you filled out that checklist, what'd you do with it? When you
placed-
left the scene?
I logged it into the case file.
You logged it into the case file, and that means that It's within the police system at that point.
Yes,
Other officers can see that checklist.
absolutely.
They can review it once you upload it.
Yes,
Same thing with the report you filled out.
yes,
The summary that's in your report was treated the same as the checklist.
yes,
It was uploaded to the case file
yes,
where other officers can review it.
yes,
As soon as it's uploaded, right? It's immediately available to them.
immediately.
Same situation with your body camera footage.
Yes,
Once it's uploaded to the system, every other officer can view it,
if they have authorization to view it.
right? But officers that would need to view it have that capability.
Yes,
So all of that information was passed on to the other officers on the case.
correct.
We talked a little bit about, with Mr. Ramos, Ms. Richins' emotional reaction. Have you been to other crime scenes where a death has occurred?
Yes,
How many?
lots.
Give me a ballpark. More than 20?
Yes,
More than 30?
yes.
Was Ms. Richins' emotional reaction consistent with what you typically see?
No.
Please describe that.
Well, while I'm on scene at a death call, normally, the victim, they have tears. They look at me when I ask them a question while they respond. They're pretty direct when I ask a direct question. It just, every time I spoke to Miss Richins, just seems like her face was in her hands and I couldn't see her face. I think at one time I even leaned down and just tried to look to see her emotions. But, it was just a little abnormal.
Those are my questions for you. Thank you.
Within the scope, redirect, please, Mr. Ramos.
Absolutely, Judge. I only have one post-it note. How many times had you encountered Miss Richins having lost a loved one?
Never.
Never. In fact, when I was just asking you questions before, you said, I don't know Miss Richins.
That is correct.
That you can't tell what exactly she's feeling.
Correct.
If you can't say it's abnormal.
I said it was abnormal to all the other calls that I've been on.
Let's talk about those other calls. What did you say? You said victim. You specified victim in response to Ms. Shervanak's question. That it was victims looking you in the eye, crying about what had just happened to them. Correct?
Correct.
Okay. You didn't mention that it was somebody who lost somebody. Correct?
I did not.
Okay. Now, we could argue forever about whether your emotions on the stand or mine are abnormal or not. Correct?
Correct.
The fact is, at the end of the day, no matter what Ms. Shervanak asked you or what I ask you, you don't know whether or not or what Ms. Richins was feeling. Correct?
Correct.
No further questions.
Ms. Shervanak, may we let the deputy step down?
Yes, sir.
You're free to go, sir. Thank you. Might take that company. Thank you. Counsel, the state's next witness.
Deputy Pimentel, Your Honor.
Okay. I see him in the wings.
We're going to change things up. We're going to call Ms. Cameron Sessions.
Okay,
Just a moment.
no problem.
So they were calling another deputy, but now they've decided that they're going to change and call a different witness. I heard him say miss something, but I don't know yet. And when I find out, I will put the name up there. The judge needs to get him some of those non-refractive glasses. Okay, well. Kouri's face is, well, I'm not going to say that, but I'm going to let everybody else see it. She looks like a little girl, but it just goes to show you that you cannot tell evil by how it looks. So I guess we're waiting on. Here we go. Maybe. Mr. Judge is waiting on the next witness, as we all are. We've heard from Eric's sister yesterday, Katie, and today and yesterday we also heard from Deputy Goin. I can't really pronounce that right, but the nice gentleman that we just saw that got berated so bad that the defense lawyer had to apologize to him. Well, am I hung up or something over here?
Training on that for some time before that?
Yes.
About how long?
I'd say probably about 2 months.
I see. Did you, with regards to your other assignment, do you have training or with regards to your Park City assignment?
Yes.
What could you elaborate on that just briefly?
On what my assignment is currently?
Yes. What training do you have before you started as Park City evidence?
I was a dispatcher as well as a crime scene and evidence technician. So I had.
Did you have training for that evidence technician?
Yes.
Could you briefly describe what that is?
How to take photos, write reports, stuff of that nature.
I see. So on that particular day, March 4th of 2022, did you have an occasion to be at 282 Willow Court in Francis?
Yes.
How did you know to go there?
I don't remember who, but I was given a call to come perform as the medical examiner investigator.
Okay. Do you recall what time you arrived approximately?
Approximately 6:30 a.m.
When you got there, what did you see?
I was led into the master bedroom where I saw the decedent at the foot of the bed covered by a white sheet.
Did you at some point remove the white sheet?
Yes.
What did you see then?
The decedent was laying face up with a t-shirt over his face and boxer shorts.
Okay. Did you notice any other objects or things associated with his body?
He did have red fluid on his face.
Okay. How about any medical intervention devices?
Yes.
Tell me about those.
He had a few different things. If I remember correctly, he had AEDs on his chest.
What? I'm sorry, you said what?
AED,
What's that?
the shocking device
I see.
on his chest, and then he may have had some tubing in his knees.
Did you have an opportunity to get closer and look over his body, inspect his body,
Yes.
front and back?
Yes.
And did you see any evidence of injury?
No.
When you arrive on a scene as the OME, do the police department, or in this case, the sheriff's office, have other responsibilities that kind of cross over?
Yes, they're not supposed to touch the body until I arrive, but we were working in the same room.
Okay. Does that include collecting evidence?
Yes.
Okay. Did you work with anyone from the Summit County Sheriff's Office?
Yes, Chelsea Gibson as well as Detective Woody.
When you, at some point, were you instructed to look for some particular evidence?
Yes,
What was that?
I was asked to look for any signs of alcohol.
Okay. And what did you do about looking for alcohol?
I looked in the trash cans.
Okay. Which trash cans did you look?
The master bedroom, the kids' bathroom, as well as the kitchen.
Okay. Did you look anywhere else besides these trash cans?
Not to my recollection.
I'm so sorry. I need you to speak louder.
Okay.
Thank you. Like, take a deep breath, shake it out, but we need you to be louder.
Okay.
Thank you.
Did you look in drawers or cupboards or anything like that?
No.
Why not?
My job as the medical examiner investigator was to go and check the body and the decedent.
Did you see anything in these trash cans?
To my recollection, there was nothing in the master bedroom or the bathroom. However, in the kitchen, there was coffee grounds, a newspaper, and a cock and bull bottle.
Okay. I'm unfamiliar with cock and bull. What does that mean?
It's a ginger beer?
I see. Is that an alcoholic beverage?
No, sir.
Okay. Did you note that in your report at all?
I did not.
So it's some 4 years later. How do you remember that there was this cock and bull ginger beer, non-alcoholic beverage you were not looking for in the garbage can?
It is something that my dad kept on hand as a child.
Okay. But just because you had it in your house, was there something about cock and bull ginger beer?
It has a very distinct name and a very distinct bottle. And so it was something that just jogged my memory.
Illuminati.
Did you look around the master bedroom where Eric Richins' body was for medications, things like that?
On surface areas,
Did you look for any evidence of alcohol out in the open in the master bedroom?
not to my recollection.
Did you see any?
No.
With regards to medications, did you or Chelsea Gibson collect any medication bottles or medication from the master bedroom that you're aware of?
I don't remember taking any bottles.
Okay. Did you find identification of the decedent?
Yes.
Okay. Where did you find that?
I don't remember where it was found.
Okay. Did you, can we focus attention on State's Exhibit 10-1,
Mormon.
please, just for the witness and the lawyers?
One moment. Are you able to see that?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I think that this has two pictures. Can we scroll down? Okay. Having had a chance to look at those, do you recognize those?
Yes.
Can you describe what these two photographs are?
One is a photo of a black wallet with a Utah ID for the decedent.
Okay, and the other one?
Next one is a photo with the OME placard as well as 2 driver's licenses with the decedent.
Okay. Do they accurately and fairly depict the driver's license and the driver's license of the decedent on that night?
Yes.
State would offer State's Exhibit 10-1.
No objection.
10-1 is admitted. I'm going to publish to the jury.
Please, Your Honor.
Okay.
Did the person depicted in the driver's license appear to be the same person who was the decedent who was laying there?
Yes.
You can, yeah, okay, good. Now, can you, when you
Beth.
finish doing your investigation, what do you do with the decedent's body?
Transport is called. We wait until transport arrives, and then the decedent is placed in a body bag, and we have a seal that goes through the 2 zippers to close the body bag.
Okay, so you can't access the body bag without breaking that seal. Is that the purpose?
Correct.
Okay. I'd like you to turn your attention to State's Exhibit 10-2, please. Do you recognize that?
Yes.
What is that?
It's a picture of the tag that will be placed
Eric's
on the body.
death.
Okay, and does that tag have a specific number?
Yes, it is 0002713.
Is that number important?
It helps. The number is correlated with the specific
Yeah.
decedent, so that when the body arrives at the OME's office, they can make sure that the numbers match.
Okay. So it's unique. It's not everyone for Summit County is 2713.
No.
Okay. Does this photograph accurately and fairly depict the tag at the scene?
Yes.
State would offer State's Exhibit 10-2.
Housekeeping, if we may approach.
Yeah.
Y'all, I did not catch this medical examiner's name. It's the reason why I've just got medical examiner. If anybody in the chat knows her name and put it in there, I will put it on this tag here. And also, that medical examiner lady is the cutest thing. I bet they were so shocked when they said the coroner's office or whatever's coming in and this pretty lady showed up. That's really a good business, though, I think, probably to get into, because I think it pays well and you probably don't have as much competition for that job. I don't know what I'm talking about on that, really, though. My brother used to work for the funeral home, and he would help them go pick the people up.
Mr. Ramos, my apologies. Look at the screen.
Oh.
Let me know if you have any objection to this version.
We just move to the right.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes, thank you, Judge.
Okay, so we're going to publish this version to the jury. And Scott, if you would make a note to have this version of, I forget the number here,
It's 10-2.
if you would have this version of 10-2 be the one that gets admitted.
Shall do, Your Honor.
All right, we'll publish 10-2 as amended by the state. I appreciate that right now.
Okay, so you say you, once the body and any other things that you put in there what other things might you put in with the body?
Any identification such as driver's license, if there was any medication with his name on it, that would have also went to the medical examiner's office.
So in this case, those 2 driver's licenses were packaged?
Correct.
Okay. Now, I'd like you to turn your attention to 10-3, please. You see that?
Yes.
Do you recognize that?
I recognize the tag. It appears that that photo was taken at the medical examiner's office.
Okay. Were you at the medical examiner's office?
No, sir.
Is the body bag and the seal on the zipper accurately depicted as you last saw it in
Yes.
that photograph? State would offer State's Exhibit 10-3.
Any objection to 10-3, counsel?
Sorry, Judge, I just want to make sure. I'm not going to object. I think it's going to come in through another witness, which I would feel more comfortable. I don't see any objection now. That's
Okay.
I can cross-examine if I have any questions. Thank you, Judge.
10-3 is admitted and published.
Yes, Your Honor. Okay, so what you're talking about then, may I have permission for the witness to step down and just point out?
Okay, hold
Her poker face is a frown.
Okay, watch your step, please.
Can you just show the jury how you loop that together?
Yes. Is this working? Okay. As you can see, there's the 2 zippers right here with the tag that cannot be taken apart unless it's cut.
Perfect. And that's the way you saw it when you last saw the decedent in the body bag. That was how it looked.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. You can return to your seat.
Evan.
So what happened next after you sealed the body of Eric Richins in that body bag? What happens next?
I escorted the body bag out with the transport team. Once the decedent was in the van, that's the end of my role.
Okay. And what's the transport team?
It's a team that we contracted with at the time with Summit County that is just responsible for moving decedents from scenes to the medical examiner's office or wherever they need to go.
Okay, perfect. I have no further questions for this witness.
Judge, I don't think I'll be going to community break.
Just want to keep going? Okay,
No further questions?
understood.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Mr. Ramos is stepping up.
That is all that, oh, he is stepping up.
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. It was a bit, no, I was just shocked that you didn't have questions.
You and my wife both. Ms. Larson,
Yes,
how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. That this is wild that this would be your first crime scene that you're showing up to.
Yes,
Oh, no.
Memorable, to say the least.
yes.
Okay. I want to ask you a couple questions about what an OME investigator does.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, we kind of, Mr. Burmester kind of touched on it. And as I understand it, correct me if I'm wrong, your role as an OME investigator is to go to a crime scene and document the body and anything you feel important.
Correct.
That includes photographing
Correct.
and gathering any type of belongings, as we saw,
Correct.
identifying the deceased.
Correct.
You indicated gathering prescriptions, perhaps.
Correct.
Okay. And in that training, you indicated that you were working alongside with the Summit County Sheriff's Office.
Correct.
And it was Miss Gibson as well as Miss Wood.
Correct.
Now, when you say work alongside, are you part of the same? Do you guys have the same role, or when you say you were working together, it's just, hey, I'm doing my thing, you're doing your thing. If you see something, let me know, kind of thing. Could you explain that a little bit more to me?
My role for medical examining investigator is just the decedent. Their role would be to do any evidence and investigation.
Okay. And so when you're talking about gathering or looking in the trash cans, was that something that they requested?
Yes.
Okay. Now, this was your first one. Is that since then, I guess, or even that day, did that seem odd to you?
At the time, it didn't seem odd. It didn't seem odd to me.
You said at the time. Did it seem odd now?
No, I think that I would just stick to my role next time.
Right. Now, what's the date today? 24th? Yeah, a year ago today, you were actually, you had an interview with the Summit County Sheriff's Office, right?
I don't remember if it was a year ago today, but yes.
Okay. Can I show you something just to see if you recognize it?
Yes.
And I just look at it. You don't have to read the whole thing. Just let me know if you recognize it, and then maybe find the date.
I do recognize it. It says February 24th,
And is
2025.
that yours?
Yes.
Thank you. Does that, having reviewed that, does that refresh your recollection as to whether or not you had a meeting?
Yes.
Okay. Now, at that time, a year ago today, were you still employed as an OME investigator, or had you moved on?
I was still employed. However, I was with a different jurisdiction.
Okay. Still as an OME investigator, though.
Correct.
Okay. And this is common to come back about, I don't know how long, 3 years after, to have some follow-up conversation?
This would be my first time.
That was your first time?
Mhm.
Okay. And we talked a little bit about the reason that the Summit County Attorney's Office asked you to come in, correct? They had questions about what you found in the garbage,
Correct.
correct? And we mentioned the cock and bull beer. It is very distinct, little chubby one, very good. Now, you clarified during that meeting, though, your involvement with Kouri, right?
Yes.
And specifically, you talked about how you really only had one conversation with her, right?
Correct.
And that was in, I believe, her child's bedroom.
Correct.
And it was to sit down with her and tell her what's going to happen,
Correct.
like what the protocol is, right?
Yes.
And you indicated during that conversation, you indicated that she was crying, correct?
Correct.
And she had her hands on her face, correct?
Correct.
And you gave her the number and the contact information for whoever she needed to call, correct?
Correct.
Now, I want to go back to the day of March 4th, okay? You were asked, again, this was your first time, to go look at the garbage cans, right?
Yes.
Now, I imagine you found this on the main floor, correct?
I believe so.
Did you ever go downstairs?
No.
Okay, so you didn't know if there was another kitchen or anything down there?
No.
Okay. So where you found the cock and bull ginger beer bottle, that was in the kitchen trash can?
Correct.
Okay. Now, that's by the sink, correct? By the kitchen sink, sorry.
I don't remember where the
Okay.
trash can was.
Fair. Do you remember at all seeing any, are you familiar with Moscow Mule cups, copper mugs?
I am now.
You are not. Do you remember seeing any of those?
No.
And even, to be fair, the meeting you had a year ago, you came in, spoke with the Summit County Sheriff's Office. You even told them, I was like, I haven't even heard anything about this case since. I haven't followed it, correct?
Correct.
Now, that was the only conversation you had with Miss Richins, correct?
Correct.
You didn't have, it's not your job, and you didn't gather any evidence in terms of what happened, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Maybe you overheard things, right?
Yes.
Okay. I want to ask you about this one document. Just to see if you remember. Take a look at that. Take your time. Let me know if you remember.
Yes.
And the Summit County things down, correct? Or I'm sorry, that you don't remember where you got the information. Do you remember that?
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Let me rephrase. The meeting you had a year ago, where you were brought in, you were asked about your report, your initial report. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Okay. And they asked you about very specific things. Do you remember that?
Yes.
And you told them, I actually don't remember that, where I got that some of that information from. Do you recall that?
Yes.
Okay. So this document that I just showed you right now, the case narrative, is this, I'm just curious how you compile this. Is this something that you yourself write all out?
Yes.
It is. And where do you get that information?
I had gotten some information from the 911 call as well as the detective before writing the report.
And that's exactly my point, is that we know that your job isn't to do any investigation, right?
Correct.
And it's not to interview Ms. Richins and ask her what happened, right?
Correct.
But it is your job to get information, perhaps in this case from EMS or the 911 call, or Detective Woody, or any of the other officers that showed up, right?
Correct.
Now, you're just taking what they're giving you at face value, right?
Correct.
You're not getting it firsthand, correct?
Correct.
So you don't know how truthful it is, correct?
Correct.
And so it's fair to say that while you wrote this, apart from the information that you knew directly, like I showed up, I saw him, I bagged it, this is a number, apart from things that you actually did, it's fair to say that this is a summary or a copy.
We're going over.
Counsel.
Thank you, Judge. Sorry, forgot where I was. The information contained in the narrative contains information both that you did personally, but also information that you did not personally either obtain or witness. Fair?
Yes. Correct.
Now, one of the things that I do want to talk about what you did. We saw the photographs, the bagging, the prescriptions. I want to ask you about that. You said that in the body bag, there were prescriptions as well as this property. Is that correct?
I don't remember sending any medications.
You don't remember sending medications?
No.
Okay. If there were medications, would that have been your job or would it have been somebody else's?
If there was medication that was out in the open with his name on it, then yes, it would have gone. If it was medication that did not have his name on it or was generic, it would not have gone with him.
Got it. And would you have would you have taken pictures if you had put anything inside of the body bag?
Yes.
Okay. And you don't recall doing that in this case?
No.
Okay. I'm just going to go through my post-its. I think I'm done. Give me 1 second.
Included?
Yes.
I see. So if there were medications, that inventory sheet would have what you had included.
Yes.
Is it possible that other items of medication with his name on it were included in that bag that you don't remember today?
Yes.
Okay. Now, defense counsel asked you about this meeting. Do you remember the location where that meeting was with?
It was at the Summit County Sheriff's Office.
At the
Attorney's
sheriff's office, okay. And was anyone there besides the county attorney?
It was myself, Miss Olson, and Hopper,
Okay.
if I remember correctly.
Hopper is an investigator.
I'm not certain what his role is anymore.
Do you recall if Detective O'Driscoll was there?
He was not.
Okay. I have no more questions. Thank you.
Just related to the scope, Judge.
Ms. Larson, the state just asked you about what would have been put in the bag and if it would have followed it, and then OME would have received it. I want to talk to you about that, okay?
Okay.
As I recall, you actually have to escort the decedent out, correct? Is that correct?
Yes, correct.
And that was for whoever you contracted with, I think is what you indicated.
Correct.
Okay. Now, when you do that, do you recall the names of who that was? I don't expect that you do.
No.
Okay. I'm going to show just something to Ms. Bless you, Ms. Larson.
You approach for 1 second, Mr. Burmester.
I don't have a physical copy. We just published that to Ms. Larson.
She's got it.
Okay. Ms. Larson, do you recognize this?
Yes.
Okay. Now, is that the form that you filled out in this case?
Yes, this is a form that is given to the transport team.
Okay. And you filled out everything you needed to fill out.
Correct.
And then I imagine they'll fill in the rest.
Correct.
would you have put in here anything that would remind you of what was contained inside of the bag in terms of the prescription bottles specifically?
On this form?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, no problem. That's all I have, Judge.
All right. Mr. Burmester, may we allow Ms. Larson to step down?
Yes, Your Honor. That would be the state's request.
Please step down. Thanks for your time. Watch your step.
Judge, we had also subpoenaed Ms. Sessions, or Ms. Larson, excuse me. Given the cross date, we can release her for subpoena, so you don't have to come back.
You don't need to come back. Thank you. Now is an appropriate time to take a brief restroom break. Please rise for the jury. Counsel, have a seat, please. Mr. Urbanek, just give me a preview of the state's next witness.
Your Honor, it's going to be Deputy Pimentel.
Is that person in the wings?
Yes.
He is.
Okay. Come back at 10 a.m.
Yes, sir.
Until 10 a.m. Thank you.
Y'all, I'm looking for the thing to say that we're having a break here. Well, let's see if I can do a different one here. Be a little bigger. There you go. There you go. So we're doing a bathroom break for a few minutes here. Did he say be back at 10 or be back? That's mountain time, y'all. I guess I should have put that. There you go. So what do y'all think so far? I don't know whether that lady was supposed to search the house. You know, that's a question I have. When they come in and they do what they need to do, like secure the residence, they're supposed to get a search warrant, I believe, before they search the house completely. And it didn't seem that they got one. Or I haven't heard about it yet. But I'm not sure about that really because I'm not a lawyer, of course. And it was her first case ever. So that's something. How would you like to go to work your first day on the actual job and get I mean, why couldn't it just be a normal person dying? She's thinking, why couldn't my first coroner go check somebody be just a regular death? Why does it have to be a murder? I'm just saying the words. Let's see here. Thank you, Kelly Blue, for becoming a new member. We really appreciate you, and I'm so glad about all the new people who've come in and can support our mission, which is justice for the children, finding out about this terrible ritual abuse, and making people be accountable. So I wanted to tell y'all that, let's see if I can pull that up. There's a lady who writes, she's a writer and a teacher, I believe. And she reads books that are written by criminals and does a review on them. And so I'm gonna, no, I don't know if I want to do that or not. This crazy thing, you know, you can't bring up but one screen at a time, I don't think. Let's see if you can. Nope, you have to stop that screen to start another screen, and I'm afraid I'll lose it. But her name is Wordwise, and she has read this book that Kouri wrote. And it says she's a grief author. So she wrote this book after he died. And it's like, imagine if Lori Vallow put out a book about how to grieve. How would that feel? Just disgusting. So that can't be. But y'all, as I said before, the victims are not perfect either. So, but the victims do not deserve to die. I do wonder why that was a real dropping of the ball for them not to find those 2 cups with liquor in them. That was pretty much a dropping of the ball. But I mean, it was her first day. But the rest of the people there with her knew the scope too. So he said that our next witness will be another deputy, and I'm guessing it'll be another deputy that was there that day. And you know, in the case of, in the Idaho cases and in the Arizona cases, they brought in multiple witnesses to the same thing. So usually the stories sound pretty similar. And you can, I know it's terrible to say this, but to just somebody listening, it seems repetitive, even though it's a different person. But the reason why they do it is, you know, 2 witnesses saying the same thing are not likely to mess it up as bad as one person could just forget. So really glad about that. I don't know what the heck I just did. Somehow or another, I sometimes hit a button and I don't know what I did. It's like I hit some button and accidentally make the whole thing look tiny. It looks tiny. So we're on a bathroom break, and I'm thinking that it's so. Let's see. I get mixed up about these time zones. Okay, so I guess Arizona went on the Pacific time, and that's the reason it was 2 hours. No, I see that part of Idaho was Pacific time, but this trial is in Mountain time, so it's only an hour ahead. We're an hour behind. So it's about 2 more minutes. So they'll be back. And I'm going to better prepare to entertain y'all tomorrow during these things. Trying to see. So I should put on some music so that whenever I'm not talking, y'all know that I hadn't lost the dang thing here. Let me check this again. Make sure I'm not lost in space here. Let's see. Here he comes. Well, I thought he was coming back. Maybe I guess it's one more minute. Okay, they've moved our little thingy a little bit. Y'all get with it. Oh. This is about money, power, and sex too, folks. They didn't say it, but it is.
Mr. Bloodworth, are we ready for the jury?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Nestor?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
That's the first smile I've seen on her face.
Please have a seat, folks. Thank you. All right, have a seat. Thank you. Counsel, the state's next witness, please.
Deputy Pimentel, please.
Very good. Will you step in front of Brittany? We'll get you sworn in. My apologies.
Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in the matter before the court to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, subject to the pains and penalties of perjury? Thank you. Have a seat.
Good morning. Go ahead and pull that mic towards you a little bit just to make sure we don't miss anything. If you could state your name and spell your last name, please.
David Pimentel, Pimentel.
Where do you work?
I work at the Summit County Sheriff's Office,
How long have you worked there?
almost 7 years.
What's your assignment at the Summit County Sheriff's Office?
Currently, I'm on patrol with the K-9 unit.
What about in 2022? What was your assignment then?
That was the same assignment.
You were working as a patrol deputy?
Yes, correct.
Before we jump into the case at hand, I want to talk a little bit with you about the chain of command within the police, within the sheriff's office. So you mentioned that you're a patrol deputy,
Yes.
and above that, there's a patrol sergeant. Is that correct?
Yes.
There's a lieutenant,
Yes.
there's a captain,
Yes.
and there's also an investigations division.
Correct.
And as a patrol deputy, you went out to the scene on March 4th of 2022,
That's correct.
and that was at the 282 Willow Court home.
Yes.
What were your responsibilities that night?
Primarily would be scene security, but I was also tasked with starting a medical log.
What's a medical log?
It's basically a log of any medication that the decedent would have in their possession. We start the log. We take all the medication that's there. We log how much is there. We log everything about that medication.
And that was your primary responsibility while you were there.
Correct.
And you completed that log to the best of your ability while you were there.
Yes,
Did you locate medications for Eric Richins?
I did.
Where did you look for those?
I looked for them in the bathroom, which is where I was made aware that they were most likely going to be.
Where did you look in the bathroom?
I looked on the counter. I think there was a drawer that was mentioned, and then I looked in a cupboard that was above the toilet.
And you were looking for these medications where you were told by Miss Kouri Richins they might be.
Correct.
And at this point, when you're looking for medications, you were aware that Mr. Richins may have taken a THC gummy.
Yes, I was made aware of that.
And while you were looking for these medications, did you see any THC gummies?
No, I did not.
When you looked in that cupboard above the toilet, did you see any THC gummies?
No, I did not.
How do you know that?
I'm on part of my duties on patrol is typically to look for narcotics, and so I have a lot of training and a lot of experience in locating narcotics such as THC gummies, THC products, or other narcotics and paraphernalia that goes with it.
So you're familiar with what those look like.
Yes, I am.
And if you would have seen them on the night of March 4th, what would you have done?
I would have left them where they were at, and then I would have notified the investigations team when they came in that there were in fact narcotics located while inside the house.
And you didn't find any.
No, I did not.
You didn't find any drug paraphernalia.
No,
You didn't find any illicit drugs.
I did not.
Just a moment. Those are all my questions for you. I expect the defense might have some as well.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good morning, Deputy.
Good morning.
So the night of March 4th, your early morning, March 4th, really, could you tell me what time you arrived at the scene?
I don't recall exactly what time.
All right. Well, let me just see if this refreshes your recollection.
Yes, that seems about right. Yes,
So about what time did you arrive at the scene?
around 3:30 or 3:50.
3:50. And what time did you leave?
I also don't recall exactly what time I left.
Would it be accurate?
Yes, what's written there would be accurate. It would be based on radio logs, which is when I clear the scene or arrive on scene.
So does 5:09 a.m. sound correct to you?
Yes,
Is that about right?
yes.
All right. So when you got there, who was already present?
I believe that medical was present. I do not recall if there were any other law enforcement present, but I do recall that they were medical was on scene.
Okay, medical. So EMTs and
Yeah, so when I say medical, I mean like EMT and also the fire department. I just view them as the same entity. So I don't know if it was one or the other. I just know that medical personnel were on scene.
All right. And you said your assignment at the scene was security and a medical log.
That's correct.
So all your information about medications, did it come from Ms. Richins, or were there other deputies that told you or repeated to you what Ms. Richins had told them?
Both, yes. So there wasn't, as I recall, there was another deputy who informed me, hey, there might be more medications in the bathroom.
More medications in the bathroom as compared to the bedroom?
I don't recall if the bedroom was mentioned, so I can't give you a firm answer on that.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. Where specifically in the home did you look for medications?
I looked in to my recollection, I looked in the bathroom.
That's the only room you looked in was the master bathroom?
Looking for medications, yes, I believe that was the only place I looked for medications.
All right. Now, you started, is it a handwritten log, correct?
Correct.
All right. Let me just have you take a look at this. You recognize this?
Yes,
All right. So that's a list of medications that were found. Is that correct?
correct.
And that is not all in your handwriting, true?
Yes, that is correct.
So what part of that is in your handwriting?
The first three of them that are in black ink, I believe, are my handwriting.
And are you aware who finished that report?
I do not know. No.
Let me grab that back from you. Can I just have one moment, Your Honor? So, Deputy, the first three medications on this list were ones that you found.
Correct.
And what do you recall what those three medications were? Or do I need to have this back?
Yeah, I do not recall the medications.
All right.
Some of them have longer.
Before I get, I'm sorry, I have a tendency to talk over my. I work.
No, I'm sorry.
My mouth goes faster than my brain. Are you aware where the other medications that are in someone else's handwriting where they were found?
I do not know.
All right. Let me just have you take a quick look at the first three then that you found again.
Okay.
And you said you found those three all in the master bathroom?
To my recollection, yes, I believe it did.
All right. And the first one on that list is naltrexone, correct?
Correct.
And are you aware what that medication is used for?
I am not.
All right. The next one is the hydrocodone, which we've spoken about, correct? That's what the next one is
that's
you
the
wrote
next
down.
one. Mhm.
And the third one was, you might have to remind me.
I'll do my best. Doxycycline.
Doxycycline. Okay.
Yes.
Cycling. All right. And you're not aware what that medication's for? Then?
No.
All right. Well, we'll talk about that then later. All right. So during the time you were there, you only found 3 medications?
To my recollection, yes.
All right. Over that hour and a half?
Yes.
Now, you said that you had a conversation with Miss Richins, and was it Ms. Richins that told you there were THC gummies, that Mr. Richins had possibly taken a THC gummy?
I believe she did mention that there was THC gummies, yes.
Did you ask her where the gummies were located?
I do not recall if I asked her that question.
All right. Would that be important to know since you were looking for medications to log?
Only if they were prescribed to him would I be looking for them.
Well, didn't you testify that you would also look for illicit drugs?
No, I was not looking for them, but if I had seen them during my time, then I would have made a note of them.
You would have made a note if you'd seen them. However, you were told that he had possibly taken this drug, but you didn't think to ask where that might be located so you could log it.
No.
All right. So where specifically in the master bathroom did you look?
I believe I looked on the counter. If you walk in and then on the left side, there's a counter there. I believe I looked on the counter. I believe there was a mention of one of the drawers had it. And then I also, on the opposite side, above the toilet, there is a cabinet, and I looked in there.
I'm sorry, you say that last part again.
So on the right side of the bathroom, there's a toilet, and then above the toilet there is a cabinet, and I looked in there.
All right. And now that bathroom is connected to a walk-in closet, correct?
Correct.
So you go into the bathroom and then into the closet.
Yes.
Did you look in the closet?
No, I did not.
And you said you looked in the drawer, and I don't know if I understood you. Someone told you to look in the drawer?
I believe that somebody mentioned that there was a medication, not a medication pill bottle, but it's one of those organizers for pills in the drawer. And I believe that one of the deputies came to me and said that one of those was in the drawers in the bathroom. So that's why I looked in those drawers.
All right. So when you left at approximately 5 in the morning, a little bit after 5,
Mhm.
what did you do with that medication log?
So the medication log and the medication that was collected was left in the room on the dresser that was in that room.
You didn't hand it over to the person that was taking over for you?
No, I did not.
You didn't write a report that night, correct?
No.
But you went back and wrote a report in January of 23, correct?
That's correct.
So almost a year later?
Correct.
And what was the purpose of that January of 23 report?
I was asked to write a report for that incident at that time, so I went back and read that report.
And was the purpose, well, let me rephrase. In that report, it was a very short report, correct?
Correct.
And it was basically that you left the medication log on the dresser, correct?
It was, yes, to describe my involvement in the case with the medication log, yes.
Why were you asked to do that a year later?
I don't recall why I was asked to do that. I was just asked by my supervisor, so I did it.
And you don't know why they needed that?
I do not know why they needed that.
Is it typical that you wouldn't write a report about what you did with the medication log at the time?
It depends on the involvement, the overall involvement that I have in a case. If my involvement is just a medical log where what I had done is logged on a medical log, then no, it's not typical that I would write a report.
All right. And did you type up what medications were found? Was that you or someone else who had typed up the medication list?
No, my involvement with the medication would be this log that you have given me.
So that's it. You were there for an hour and a half, and during the time you were there, well, about an hour and a half, you logged the 3 medications.
Correct.
And you only looked in the bathroom. You didn't look in the kitchen, correct?
Correct.
And you didn't look in the drawers in the bedroom?
No.
And you didn't look anywhere else in the house for medications?
Correct.
And you didn't ask Ms. Richins where medications for Mr. Richins would be located?
I believe I did ask her.
You didn't ask her where the THC was located?
No, I did not.
All right. One moment. You mentioned that you were also in charge of scene security. What did you do in terms of security that night?
I secured the rooms in which Mr. Richins was found.
How did you secure that room?
I just stayed by the door to make sure that no one was getting in.
That was the entirety of the security at the scene?
Well, that particular area, yes, there were some children in the house that were trying to get in, so my job was to make sure they didn't get into the room.
Did the the children, they did try to get into the room?
Yes.
Was Ms. Richins with them?
No.
All right. And you said you're with K9, you're with the K9 unit, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
And as part of your duties for the K9 unit, you search for illicit drugs on
Ye-
scenes? Fair.
It depends, but yes, I have done that in the past. Yes.
Well, I mean, the point of a K9 dog, isn't it a drug sniffing dog?
The point of mine, yes. Yes.
All right.
that's
So you're familiar with searching for drugs on the scene?
correct.
So is it fair to say that the search you did that day was not a complete search for drugs at that scene, correct?
Correct. I was not searching for drugs at that time.
Okay. So you were logging medication, but you weren't searching for medications?
That is, I was logging medication, but I was not searching for illegal narcotics.
And you weren't searching for medications either, right? Other than what was in the bathroom?
Other than what was made known to me, yes.
I have nothing further.
Ms. Sherbanek, any further questions?
Yes, Your Honor. Camera as part of your equipment.
Yes, I am.
Were you wearing a body camera on the night of March 4th, 2022?
Yes, I am.
When you prepared your report for this case, even though it was some time later, did you review your body camera to refresh your memory about what took place?
Yes, I did.
If we could please show the witness 1-28D. Do you recognize this?
Yes, I do.
What is it?
This is my body cam footage.
No, is it can you tell how long it is by looking at that?
How long
The clip that you're looking at, does it have a time on it? I don't see it.
it does not, what I can see does not have a time. Okay, now it does.
How long is that clip?
That looks a little bit over, so about a minute and 53 seconds.
Okay, I'm going to move to admit 1-28D.
Oh, I'm sorry, what?
Any objection to admission of states 1-28D?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, 128D is admitted. Is there sound for this one, Scott?
There should be.
Yes, Your Honor, I just had it muted.
Oh, my apologies. Okay.
And so you testified that you're looking for medications of Mr. Richins, and you're not doing a full, complete search of this house, are you?
No, I'm not.
And that's because you don't have probable cause to do so.
I don't have a reason to search anywhere else in the house. That I
Right.
searched.
And to do a complete search of a house, you need probable cause or a warrant, right?
Correct.
Just a second. You're looking in that cupboard above the toilet. There were no THC gummies in there, were there?
Not that I could see, no.
And you opened it up and you looked inside.
Correct.
You didn't see any weed gummies in there.
I did not.
Ms. Lewis, anything within the scope of redirect?
Can you pull up State's Exhibit 1-8 just for the. Sure.
Let me know when you want the witness to see it. You'll see it at the same time as the witness, Ms. Lewis. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. You and the witness can see it.
Go back over here, I'm sorry. Okay, so in the body cam that we just saw, which is on your left, you're looking at a pill bottle, correct?
Correct.
And you took a photograph of that bottle?
I do not recall if I took a photograph of that bottle.
So the photograph on the right, is that the same bottle?
I believe so.
All right, we'd move to admit 1-8.
No objection.
Okay. States Exhibit 1-8 is admitted, and anything further on that, Ms. Lewis?
That's the hydrocodone bottle, correct?
Correct.
All right. Now, you said you were, well, we saw in the video, you were looking at the cupboard above the toilet.
Correct.
Did you look on top of that cupboard?
I do not recall if I did.
Well, that's a very high cupboard, correct?
Correct. I believe so.
So you wouldn't be able to see the top of the cupboard unless you got up on the toilet, true?
Probably.
All right. And are you aware that later that is where all the THC gummies were located?
I wasn't made aware of that, no.
All right. So when you were looking for the gummies, well, you were looking for medications. I know you weren't specifically looking for the gummies. But in your experience, do people usually keep illegal drugs just right in their bathroom cupboard, or do they often put them somewhere out of sight?
It depends.
They often put them somewhere out of sight. True?
I mean, they can, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But you didn't look at the whole cupboard. True?
I just looked where there might be medication.
But not on top of the cupboard.
To my knowledge, I don't believe I looked on top of the cupboard.
All right. And did you photograph that before you started taking things and moving them around the cupboard to document it?
No, I did not.
Let me ask you one other thing about when you secured the bedroom. Who came in and out of that bedroom when you were securing the bedroom?
There were some other deputies and possibly some medical personnel.
Anybody else at all?
I do not recall if anyone else came into the bedroom.
All right. I have nothing further.
Sure, anything further?
No, yeah.
Deputy, you can step down. Thank you. You mind taking that glass of water with you? Thank you, sir. Cancel the state's next witness, please.
Margaret Offrit, please.
Okay. is offered. If you'd step in front of Brittany, we'll get you sworn in.
Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in the matter before the court to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, subject to the pains and penalties of perjury? Yes. Please have a seat.
Thanks, Cody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Go ahead and pull that mic real close to you as we
Oh,
pick
sorry.
up your answers. Please state your name and spell your last name.
Margaret Offret, Offret.
You go by Margie. Is
I
that
go by
right?
Margie, yes.
Where do you work?
For this, I work for the University of Utah.
And what do you do for them?
I'm a medical assistant coordinator.
What about in 2022? What was your role back then?
Same role, but I also do part-time EMS, and at that time it was for Park City Fire.
What do you do as part-time EMS? What's that role?
Emergency responder, advanced EMT.
Is that similar to a paramedic?
Yes, one step below.
And how long have you been working as an advanced EMT?
Almost 40 years.
Now, given that experience, have you been called out to a death scene before?
Many, yes.
How many would you say?
Over the 40 years, probably more than 100.
Have you been called out to the scene of an overdose before?
Yes,
A drug overdose?
yes.
How many?
20 to 30.
What kind of certifications do you hold to be an advanced EMT?
Well, I have advanced life support, pediatric advanced life support, and I do monthly training and recertify every 2 years.
And you're up to date on that training
Yes, ma'am.
as you were back in 2022.
Yes,
Were you working on March 4th of 2022?
yes,
And did you respond to the scene at 282 Willow Court?
yes.
When you arrived, what did you do first?
We got our gear and went to the bedroom where our patient was,
Where was he when you arrived?
in the bedroom on the floor.
What was the position of Eric Richins when you arrived?
He was laying flat on the floor, straight.
Was he on a sheet?
I don't recall.
Let me show you States Exhibit 1-4S1. It'll pop up on your screen there. Do you see that?
Not yet.
You should be able to see it.
I can see it. I can see it.
Do you recognize that?
Yes.
What is that?
The scene in the bedroom.
That's the scene that you were just describing.
Yes.
Judge, this has already been admitted. I would like to publish it to the jury.
No objection.
Okay, one moment.
So when you arrived on scene, if Mr. Richins had been on top of a sheet on the floor, would you have moved him?
No, only if it was in the way of what we were doing.
Now, were you made aware that Mr. Richins had been pulled to the ground from the bed?
I don't recall that we were aware of that. That's just where we found him.
Now, in your line of work, have you been on a scene where people have been pulled to the ground on a sheet to perform CPR in the past?
I don't recall sheets, but people have been pulled off the bed.
When you saw Eric Richins on the floor, was there anything that stood out to you about the position of his body?
That he was at the foot of the bed instead of the side of the bed.
Why did that stand out to you?
Because most places when we go, the person is on the side of the bed. Just easier to get them off.
And anything about the physical position of his body that stood out to you?
He was just very straight.
What do you mean by that?
Straight, like everything was straight.
What would you expect if someone had been
Sometimes
pulled?
arms Are flailed about.
Okay, just let me finish the question.
Sorry.
That's okay. I just want to make sure that you perform life-saving procedures on Eric Richins.
Yes.
What did you do to attempt to resuscitate him?
We hooked up the Lucas machine. We started an interosseous anio needle and gave him epi and the cardiac arrest protocol.
So I'm going to have you describe a couple of those things for the jury because I know that you use these terms all the time, but they
Okay.
might not know. What is a Lucas machine?
A Lucas machine is the machine that does compressions for us so that we're free to do other things such as IVs, IO needles, interosseous needles to give medications.
You also mentioned that Mr. Richins was given epi. What do you mean by that?
Epinephrine, which is a medication that we give to try and start the heart again.
And so those things were being performed on Mr. Richins.
Yes.
Is it also your protocol to ask if your patient is taking any medications?
Yes.
Did you do that in this case?
Yes.
Did you ask Miss Kouri Richins if Mr. Richins was taking any medications?
Yes, I believe I did.
Were you given any medications that Eric Richins was taking?
Yes, I believe she told me it's in my report, but naltrexone for Lyme disease, possibly.
Did she hand you that medication?
No.
Any other medications that you were made aware of that Eric Richins was taking?
She did also say CBD gummies.
As you are performing these life-saving measures on Eric Richins, are you also looking for things in his immediate area that might explain what's happening with him?
Yes.
Did you do that in this case?
Yes.
Did you see anything that to you might explain what's going on with him?
No.
Now, when you've been on the scene for an overdose death or an overdose call in the past, what are some things that you see around the person that might indicate to you what's happening?
Sometimes you see drug paraphernalia or pill bottles.
Did you observe any of those things?
No.
Now, were you there when the time of death was called for Eric Richins?
Yes.
What time was that?
3:58, I believe.
And that would be in the morning, right?
Yes, a.m.
Now, later you talked about Eric Richins being down sometime or dead sometime.
Yes.
What was that observation based on?
He was cold to the touch. His body was cold to the touch, and his heart rhythm, which when we hooked up the monitor, showed that he was in asystole.
What is asystole?
That's flat lying.
So no heart.
No heart electroactivity at all.
Did that ever change while you were there?
No.
Just a moment. Ma'am, those were all my questions for you. Thank you. The defense may have some as well.
Thank you.
Ms. Lewis, please.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You weren't the first EMT or EMS to arrive on the scene, correct?
Correct.
When you arrived on the scene, others were already starting to work on Mr. Richins, true?
One person, yes.
Was working on him?
Yes.
All right. And what was that person doing?
Compressions.
Right. So you don't know if the body had already been arranged in any sort of way by the prior EMT?
I do not.
All right. Now, when you were first called to the scene, you believed it was a call for cardiac arrest.
Correct. Yes.
That was the chief complaint that was brought to your attention.
Yes.
All right. And what did you do? What was the first thing you did when you arrived?
We hooked our I had a partner. We were hooking up our monitor to see what kind of heart rhythm we may have, and then attaching the Lucas machine, which does compressions for us.
That's cool.
It is cool.
All right. So you went directly into the bedroom when you arrived.
Yes.
And you later wrote a report. It's called a pre-hospital care report.
Yes.
Is that true?
Mhm.
I'm just going to have you take a quick look at this and tell me if this is Well, actually, can you just pull it up on the screen and show her?
She has it.
All right, is that your report?
Yes.
All right. We'd move to admit that as, I guess, defense exhibit. I think now we're at 3005.
I would objection.
The witness can still see it.
Oh, she can still see it, you said. I'm sorry. All right, so
In fairness to her, it's pretty small.
it's, yes, it is small here too. I can. All right, so where did you get the information that he was possibly having a cardiac arrest?
That's what the dispatch came across as.
So, but you didn't know if that was correct.
No,
And it turned out not to be correct, right?
that he was in cardiac arrest.
He didn't die of a cardiac arrest.
Well, I mean, he was in cardiac arrest. I did not know, and I don't know what he died from.
All right. Explain that he was in cardiac arrest at that time. What is the
He was in asystole, which is a flat line, which means there's no electrical activity in the heart. That's cardiac arrest.
all right, so I
And he
think
was not breathing, obviously.
so as a layperson, I was reading that you thought he was in the process of having a heart attack, but that's not accurate.
That's not accurate.
All right. So that just means someone who is not having their heart functioning at the time when you're called in, that would just be called a cardiac arrest.
Correct.
All right. So that was the information that you based what you did
Yes.
following when you got there.
Yes.
All right. And when you arrived, you spoke with, well, first you said you went right into the room
Correct. Yes.
and you administered epinephrine.
Once we got our lines started, yes.
All right. And you also, I just lost the word. You also admitted,
Yes, we did give Narcan.
Okay, what's the purpose of Narcan?
Narcan is to reverse any possible drug overdoses with narcotics.
All right. But he had been asystole, help me with the word,
Asystole.
asystole for a while by the time you gave him that.
Yes.
And that typically would be helpful if it was given pretty immediate after.
Yes, that's kind of a last effort. Let's try this.
Okay. And then at what point did you go from in the bedroom to, well, let me rephrase that. What did you do next? You gave him the Narcan, you gave him the epinephrine, and what else did you do in the room?
I just continued to work the code until the Park City Fire medics got there.
What does that mean, work the code?
Tried to save him, continuing CPR, trying to figure out why he's in a cardiac arrest,
And
breathing for him, things like that.
Were you able to determine why he was in cardiac arrest?
No,
All right. Not at that time, anyway.
no.
And then you left the room, true?
Yes,
And at the point you left the room, you knew that he was deceased, correct?
correct.
And you went out, and is the first person you spoke to one of the deputies that was there, Deputy Dewan?
I don't recall.
Do you recall telling one of the deputies that you thought maybe it was possibly an aneurysm?
I just possibly coming up with ideas. Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. And at that time, did you know his medical history?
Yes. What I was given.
And who gave you that?
Kouri.
Okay. And she gave you the same medical history that she had already given to the deputies, correct?
I don't know.
Did you talk to the deputies about the fact that he had Lyme disease?
I think I probably told them that's what she told me.
All right. And the information about what medications he was on, did that come from her or did that come from the deputies?
That came from her.
And this was after he'd already passed, you got this information?
I believe while we were working the code, I had asked those questions.
All right. And you said that one of the medications that you were told he was on was naltrexone?
Correct.
And you were told that was for Lyme disease?
Correct.
However, that would be a off-brand use for naltrexone?
Correct.
Naltrexone is typically used for people that are suffering cravings either from drugs or alcohol, correct?
Correct.
I'm done.
We'll just move on unless you're going to ask this witness more questions about the
Not about the naltrexone.
on-label and off-label uses of medications.
No, that was all.
Okay.
All right. All right, just give me a moment. Let's look at your report here. Can you tell me about, in your report, you talk about blood sugar obtained,
Yes.
and you say the blood sugar obtained of 458. That was his actual blood sugar at that time?
Yes.
That's extremely high, correct?
It's high.
All right. And would that be a natural thing just based on someone passing that their blood sugar would go up?
I don't know why his blood sugar was that high.
All right. And you also have in there that he had a GCS of 3. Can you tell me what that means?
Glasgow Coma score. So that's basically he scored 1 on everything, which it goes from 5 to 1. Someone who's alert and oriented would get a 5. Someone who is not responding gets a 1. That's the
All right.
lowest score you can get. A
1
3.
is the lowest score.
3.
Oh, 3. Okay.
Yes.
And tell me again, what does GCS stand for?
Glasgow Coma score.
Okay, thank you. All right. So then, are you the one that told Ms. Richins that Eric was in fact deceased?
Yes.
Is this something that you've had to do before?
Yes.
So it wasn't the first time you told someone that their spouse or someone else with them had passed?
No.
And I imagine this is difficult.
Very.
And I would imagine that you've seen many different reactions from different people to that kind of news. True?
Yes.
From silent shock, correct?
Yes.
To hysteria.
Mhm.
Sometimes people throw up.
I haven't seen that but once.
You haven't seen anyone throwing up after hearing that news?
Not really, no.
Okay. You never know what to expect, though.
Correct.
You never know how someone's going to react
True.
when they get terrible, traumatic news like that.
Yes.
Probably a little bit different for an unexpected death than maybe someone who's been terminally ill. True.
Yes.
Is it fair to say unexpected deaths get a wider range of reactions than someone who's been dying, say, for months than it was expected?
Yes.
All right. Just back to your report for one moment. So everything in your report was done. You were just writing down what you did based on the information you had. True?
Yes. Yes.
And you didn't know if the information was correct at that time. It's just based on the information you had.
Yes.
I'd move again to admit Defense Exhibit 300.
I'll withdraw my objection, Judge, if they want to admit it.
Okay. This would be Defense, give me the numbering again.
I believe it's
3005.
5, yes.
Katie, is that right? Okay. D3005 is admitted. Is there any part you want to publish to the jury?
Not at this time. I just wanted to admit it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Anything else for this witness, Ms. Charbonnet?
Just briefly, Judge. So you testified to Miss Lewis's questions that you had made a guess that maybe Eric Richins died of an aneurysm. Why did you make that guess?
Because he had a lot of blood coming out of his mouth when we arrived in while we were working on him
And was that happening? When was that happening? The blood.
during CPR.
So when you arrived, the blood was already coming out of Eric Richins' mouth.
Yes.
Did you have an explanation for why that blood was coming out of his mouth?
No.
No further questions, ma'am. Thank you.
Here we go. Within the scope of redirect, please.
It's not unusual to see blood come out of someone's mouth during CPR, correct?
Not normally, but it seemed more than normal.
All right. So the machine, the cool machine, what's it called?
Lucas
The
machine.
Lucas. That can you describe the sort of pressure that machine uses?
Well, it compresses the chest as you would in CPR. It's a continuous compression that, it's like doing CPR with your arms, only more steady than a human can do.
And consistent in terms of the amount of pressure.
Correct, yes.
Whereas humans of different sizes have different amounts of pressure.
Correct.
Did the machine break any of Mr. Richins' ribs?
I have no idea.
You don't know. Does it sometimes do that?
I don't know.
All right. Well, as a trained EMT, when compressions are being given hard compressions,
Mhm.
if there's blood in the lungs, it wouldn't be unusual to see that come out, correct?
Correct, yes.
And in order to do efficient CPR, one, you would need to be trained, correct?
Correct.
And fair to say that a very small person who's untrained would have difficulty doing the strength of compressions that's necessary when giving CPR.
They could, yes.
All right, I have nothing further.
No questions, Chuck.
You can step down. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Shervanack, the state's next witness.
Sergeant Andrew Cernich, please.
All right. Sergeant, if you'd step in front of Brittany, we'll get you sworn in.
Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in the matter before the court to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, subject to the pains and penalties of perjury? Thank you. Have a seat.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Go ahead and move that mic close to your mouth so we can get all your answers. State your name and spell your last name, please.
Andy Cernich, CRNICH,
Where do you work?
Summit County Sheriff's Office.
And what's your role there?
I am a sergeant on patrol.
And what about back in 2022? What was your role? First, let's talk about the sheriff's office. What were you doing for them in 2022?
In 2022, I was a sergeant working in the jail.
And back in 2022, did you have other first responder roles or other jobs that you did?
Yes, I also worked for the Summit County the South Summit Fire Department as a volunteer fire.
What do you do as a volunteer fireman for South Summit?
I respond to emergencies through the fire department and assist medical on medical calls.
So Were you working on March 4th of 2022?
I was.
What capacity were you working in on that day?
I responded as a on-call firefighter to assist medical.
And did you respond to the home at 282 Willow Court?
I did.
Now, describe for the jury, even though you're a trained police officer, what happens when you're on duty as a fire department role?
On the fire department role, we're trained in numerous different things as first responders. I also recently had quit working for South Summit EMS as a advanced EMT. So we assist with whatever needs fire department needs. At that time, I assisted with the CPR efforts of the individual.
But it's fair to say that when you get called to a scene in your EMS role, you don't mix that with your law enforcement role.
Correct.
You stay in that lane for that call.
Correct.
So what were your responsibilities? Just highlight that for the jury when you arrived at the scene that night.
When I arrived that night, EMS had arrived before I had. I asked what they needed, and they asked me to take over airway.
At some point during your responsibilities there, were you asked to look for medications?
I was.
If we could please show the witness exhibit 1-5S.
He has it.
Do you recognize this?
Yes.
What is it?
That is the bedroom where we were working on the individual, and it shows me reaching into the nightstand.
Fair and is that photo a fair and accurate representation of you on that night?
Yes.
I'll move to admit exhibit 1-5S.
I just need to clarify, is there a second photo that's on this? Are there two photos? Because the one I have has two photos. And this may be a later one or an earlier one.
Ms. Sherbanek, forgive me, is this
There it
the
is.
1
There it
through
is. There
5
is two
series? No, it's different.
Different number.
Okay.
There are two pictures. No objection. As long
Okay.
as both pictures come in, no objection.
Sure.
Okay. Scott, will you go back to picture number 1? And I'll publish now. Just make sure the jury sees both photographs in 1-5S, which has been admitted.
And that's the exhibit you just looked at.
Yes.
And describe for the jury, where are you in this photo?
I'm the one wearing red next to the bed, where I just turned around from retrieving that bottle from the nightstand.
Scott, if we could go back to the first image, please. And what does this image show?
I believe that's where I was searching the nightstand drawers for any type of medications.
And you were asked to search, right?
Correct.
Who told you to look for medications?
I believe it was Margie Offert, who was the EMT on scene running the scenario, or not scenario, but the scene.
And Scott, if we could go to the next image. And you pulled something out of that nightstand, right?
Yes.
If we could show the witness exhibit 1-8, please. This has already been admitted. We can publish it to the jury. Do you recognize this?
Yes.
What is that?
That is the pill bottle that I found in the nightstand.
Just a moment. Sir, those are all my questions for the defense may have some as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Nesser.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good morning, officer.
Good morning.
My name's Kathy Nestor. I represent Ms. Richins along with several other attorneys here. So I want to just clarify, you said when you first got there, you were assisting EMT that were already on the scene,
Correct.
and someone was already doing CPR on Mr. Richins when you arrived in the room?
I believe when I arrived, they were just hooking up the Lucas machine, which is a machine that does CPR or chest compressions.
Okay, so there was not a human doing compressions before they hooked up the Lucas machine?
I do not recall if they were doing it and stopped to hook up the machine or if they were actually in the process of hooking it up.
And the individual, before they hooked up the machine, can you describe, besides Miss Offret, who was around the body?
I believe there was my partner firefighter that was there next to them and the other EMT that was on scene, but I do not recall who that was.
Can you describe their build for me?
Medium build males.
Both males.
Yes.
Thank you. You took over the airway, so you had to just clear an airway so they could get oxygen to them.
Correct. So my job was to deliver oxygen to him.
So did you put a tube down his throat?
Yes, I did.
And when you put the tube down his throat, was there any blood on his face before you did that?
Not that I can remember, no.
Okay, great. And after you put the tube down his throat, did you see blood come out of his mouth?
Shortly after, there was blood that showed up in the tube and coming out of his mouth.
How far how far down does the tube go that you insert into his throat?
Sits on top of the larynx.
So down to about where your voice, that's your voice box, right?
Correct.
Sorry.
Yes, correct.
Not great at biology. Okay. All right. So have you seen that before where when you insert a tube into someone's throat, it can cause there to be bleeding in their throat?
Not usually, but yes, I have seen that before.
Okay, great. So then they're doing the CPR, and you were asked by Ms. Offred, who we just heard from, Margie, to check the nightstand for any medication. Is that right?
Yes.
And I noticed, can you pull up, please, Exhibit 15S, which has already been admitted, Your Honor. Can we please publish?
One moment.
I noticed you went to the bedstand on the nightstand on that side of the bed, right?
Correct.
So is your understanding that was the side of the bed that Mr. Richins had been on?
Yes.
Right. And you're pulling out a drawer. Is it the bottom drawer or the top drawer? Do you remember?
I believe there was only one drawer, but I am not sure.
Okay. I'd like to show you now exhibit, and this is not admitted yet. So if we could take down the publication and just let the witnessing counsel see exhibit 14S. Is it up?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Is that the nightstand you pulled the pill out of?
That
bottle?
looks like the nightstand, yes.
Okay. Your Honor, could we move to admit 14S?
States 14S is admitted.
It's defense, yeah.
It's not the way it's marked.
Oh, sure, right. It's 14S. Sorry about that. Okay, there's the nightstand, right?
Yes.
Okay. And on that nightstand, Katie, can you zoom in to the top of the nightstand if it's possible? You may not be able to on this photo. Yeah, there you go. So that's a phone is sitting in a charger. Is that correct?
Yes, that's what it shows.
And right next to it, it looks like an Apple Watch that's on the little watch charger right next to it. Is that right? Can you tell?
Is that the one in front of the phone?
It's to the back of the phone.
Oh, okay.
See the
I
little
see that.
little
Yes.
square? I think that's an Apple Watch, but if I'm wrong, tell me.
I do not know. It very well could be.
And this picture of the nightstand, there's no wallet on it, correct?
Correct.
There's some pills and a little metal like push thing that you push pills out of, right? Do you see that next to the TV power?
Yes.
Right. And were those pills taken by you or anyone else, do you know, to be tested?
They were definitely not taken by me.
Okay. All right. Can we also just to the witness only show states exhibit 1-9? Only the witness. It's not admitted yet, Your Honor. Do you see that picture? That's a little better and clear and close up.
Yes.
All right. In that picture, were you still there when the wallet was put on the nightstand?
I do not recall if I was or not.
Okay. But that is the same nightstand we're talking about.
Yes.
Your Honor, can we move to admit 1-9? No objection.
States 1-9 is admitted.
May we please publish it to the jury? Okay. Can we please blow that up as big as we can, just focused on the nightstand? Okay, so here you can see the Apple Watch a little more clearly, right?
Yes.
And you can also see a wallet that's been added to the table that was not there before, right?
Yes.
Did you put that?
We don't know the timing of these photographs. That foundation has not been laid.
Well, it's in now, so.
you can compare the photos. You can't state when the wallet was there or wasn't there.
Okay, sorry, I'll
Yeah.
retract that. That's fair. Can we zoom in at the very bottom of the power of the power TV? There's some white specks on the nightstand. Can you try to zoom into that if possible? Right there. Do you see those white specks on the nightstand?
Yes,
Did you see the white specks on the nightstand when you were there that night?
I do not recall it being there.
Did you gather them or swab them or put them in a little plastic bag to be tested later?
I did not.
So as you sit here now, can you tell the jury what those white specks are?
White specks.
That's it. All right. Okay. Also, was there a time where you found Mrs. Richins' phone and handed it to a deputy? Did the deputy come in looking for her phone?
I do not recall.
You can't remember that?
I do not.
Do you remember her phone being in the room at any point?
I do not.
All right. And did you personally have any conversations with Ms. Richins that night?
I may have asked her if he had taken anything or how long he had been down, but I do not recall.
You can't remember for sure.
I don't know for sure.
In your experience, both as a police officer and a trained medical responder, is it fair to say that it was apparent to you he had been deceased for some time?
Yes.
Thank you. I think that's all I have. Just one moment. Thank you, Your Honor. I tender the witness.
Ms. Sherman.
One question, Judge. Sergeant Cernich, was it your job that night to collect evidence?
It was not.
That's all I have.
You can step down, sir. Thank you.
Mine.
You might
He
bring
can
a
be-
glass of water.
Your Honor, he can be finally excused.
Yes, you are released, sir. Thank you. Thank you for asking. Mr. Bloodworth.
Your Honor, the state has a witness ready, but I think the defense wanted their expert to be present.
Judge, yes, we had an agreement that we would be notified of when an expert would be testifying, that we are expert to listen in. That wasn't done. And so we're trying to work that right now. We emailed or texted our expert and we're working on that, but he has not responded as of yet. So I've asked Mr. Burmester if he could move it to the back of the line until I get notice.
That expert is somebody that's physically present in the state of Utah.
They're expert.
Yours.
No, he's going to be remote WebEx listening in.
Okay. May we take I'm going to let you stretch your legs here for a minute. This may take a minute. Rise for the jury, please. All right, folks, have a seat. Mr. Ramos, tell me, what was your understanding of the deal that you had reached with State's Counsel?
So what we would do is we would be given 24-hour notice of their expert testifying. So we can make arrangements for our expert to either be present physically or listen in to the proceedings.
With the idea that if they're listening in real time, they can send you feedback, suggestions.
Not even that. Well, I mean, obviously, I would be able to consult with them if that was the case, but more than anything, so they could listen in to see if they were going to offer anything in rebuttal.
They can do that no matter what. I mean, I can watch the entirety of yesterday's proceedings right now
No, I
on Court
understand
TV.
that. That's why I'm saying it's
Yeah.
kind of two part.
Okay. And then I'm inferring that your position is that who's the expert?
Your Honor, it's Dr. Almer, the medical examiner.
Okay. Was this person on the witness list for, or the proposed list for today?
Your Honor, I guess no, although we had a discussion at the end of yesterday's trial, that where were we going after crime scene? And I said, I informed counsel, whatever, 5 o'clock yesterday that we would be going to medical examiners after crime scene. So this isn't a shock, but I did not say we will bring in Dr. Ulmer tomorrow.
How long do you think you have in your direct with Dr. Ulmer?
My direct is probably 30 minutes.
Okay. So what if we say we'll do the direct of Dr. Ulmer, which your expert would be able to go back and review during the lunch hour if you need to, and we'll start cross after lunch.
So my only concern is that I'm attempting to get a hold of him to see if he's available right now to view those. So I've sent a text message as soon as Mr. Burmester told me. So that's what I'm waiting on. I have no problem with that, assuming I can get confirmation that he can log on.
That's the best I can do.
So that can,
That's the best I can do.
I understand.
Okay.
I'm expecting Maggie Mobley, who's the morgue clerk. She should be getting here any moment.
You want to slip her in first?
Yeah, if she gets here in the next minute or two, it would be no problem.
Your Honor, we can also start with Chelsea Gibson. We've been trying to accommodate Dr. Ulmer. She is out of town and all the things. And so that's why now. But we have we can start Chelsea Gibson, but I think she's going to be along with.
I don't know if you would.
That's better for us because we get more time to be able to, and that's that is what we expected.
When you say start, though, we would not be able to get her direct completed before lunch, correct? Would we be able to do Ms. Gibson, understanding we need to interrupt direct during lunch and cross her and then get Dr. Ulmer on and off today?
That's the state's concern, is that crosses have been tending to take longer than direct.
They take what they take, sure.
And I can't say that. I mean, if we were to start Chelsea Gibson.
Let's not do that. My sense is that that's a self-inflicted wound. So how close is Ms. Mobley?
Ms. Mobley, I'll go back out and check.
Okay. We're going to take a 5-minute restroom break. We'll see what percolates during that 5 minutes. Okay, very good.
I think he said they were going to percolate. I'm not sure about that. I am not sure about that. So this afternoon, we may have to do something a little different. When Crash asked me if I would like to do this, I said, sure, great, wonderful. And I thought, right, it is, it's great, it's wonderful. But I did not look at one appointment that I had already had. So I have an appointment this afternoon. And so this was my time. I don't even know what I did with my thing I was going to tell y'all. Anyway, Crescia is supposed to take the afternoon, but you know that they've had some sickness, so I'm not sure what is going to happen. So if I have to leave before we're done, I'm going to redirect y'all to Pretty Lies and Alibis if I can't make a connection. See what percolates, Detective's daughter said. Oh, yeah, he let that defense know that he was in charge, didn't he? Percolate code for, okay, I didn't know that was code word for that. Brutus had to go percolate a little while ago. Yeah, that is, percolate is the old-fashioned way. When I got married and had a wedding shower, I got a percolator, but I probably didn't use it 2 times. I think that those bun coffee makers were just coming in, where the drip, coffee makers were just starting to be made then. It kind of makes you want to get a percolator. I could never make it without getting grounds everywhere. So, well, yes, you can do that, but I'm going to redirect. I've already got it set up, but if you want to go someplace else and watch it this afternoon, that's fair too. Cresha may be here. She may be like coming from the hospital, the kids' place, no telling what. Anyway, it's going to be fine. I'm going to look again and make sure what time this appointment is. I would love it to be later. Let's see here. It's at 1 p.m. So I really need to leave by 12:30. Well, I really need to leave a little before 12:30, but that's okay. It's probably 45 minutes. I'm not sure. I probably do need to leave shortly. Come on, mister. Come back from your bathroom break. So, if I do send you people off to go visit somebody else this afternoon, how about if put a 1 in the chat if you're going to be back tomorrow to see to watch the trial with us. Put a 1 in the chat. Oh yeah, everybody's going to be back here at 9:30 in the morning. Yeah. Well, don't leave yet, Denise, because Cresha may pop in from wherever she is because she has a whole lot of stuff going on. She's a caretaker and has a passel of youngins. She has elderly parents to look after. I do good to keep up with my appointments to get to them, let alone to tell people ahead of time. Okay. I'm going to y'all, I don't call Cresha very often, but I'm going to call to make sure so I don't mess up something. Okay. All right. So, yeah. Well, Cresha may have one this afternoon that she forgot to tell me about too. But tomorrow, it's a date, y'all. It's a date. I want to see all the researchers, Cresha's crew, our bunch, our family, whatever y'all call yourself. I want to see y'all here. I bet you don't get sick much, Fancy Nancy, because of the fact that I bet you don't get sick very much because of the fact that, oh man, I'm going to go on and end this, but I'm going to see y'all back tomorrow, okay? And that way y'all will be in, let's see. I'm gonna put this in the chat. And that's where that's me that put that in, not difficult research. I was in her section. So there's the link to Pretty Lies and Alibis, but I'm going to send y'all there in just a minute. So hang tight, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.